Hello and welcome to Big Orbit Games unboxing video of the latest start deck for Cardfight Vanguard, G-SD02 Knight of the Sun. My name is Simon, I'm joined today by James.
Hello, I'm James. And
what we're going to do is unbox this and show you what you get inside. So this is part of the new start deck series, isn't it?
Yep, which so far featured a sort of heavy amount of reprints, but this one has a lot more unique cards than the previous one.
Oh, okay. So, once I figure out how to get into this packaging without destroying it, because usually I just rip through it. There we go. Whee. So this has replaced the trial decks, hasn't it, now, these start decks?
I don't know, because they made start deck 1 and then they made trial deck 8.
Ah, so maybe they're not 100% replacing them. So, but either way, you get in here your starter's guide, which is great if you're brand new to the game. It's got this cool fold out, explains all the different components, and then you fold it out, inverse it, and then you fold it back up again like this, and it turns into a Let's Cardfight guide, and explains how to actually cardfight. It's quite cool, I thought. You also get in here a fold out. So I will eventually fold this out, I promise. And I managed to just do it upside down. So you get a fold out in here. So this gives you a player mat, which is if you're brand new to the game, I definitely recommend using because the positions of cards is important. So you put your deck up there and the G units, which you get one in this deck, I believe.
You get 3 if you count the promo.
Nice. And then just remind you about your triggers and stuff. And then on the back it explains a little bit about the G-SD02, so about the Knight of the Sun start deck, and also explains a bit about the new Fighters Collection, which is due out May 20th, so not out just as of the recording of this video, but due very soon.
And we will be making a video of that too.
Yep. So yeah, so Fighters Collection will be due out soon, so let's get into the mainstay of this though. Let's start taking a look at this pre-constructed deck.
Get these out of the way.
Oh, sorry, thank you. So we'll start with the top card, and what I'll do is just go through each one very briefly and just show you what you get actually in here. So first of all, we have our Stride unit, Golden Dragon, Ray Breath Dragon. So this is a grade 4, which means it's Stride for this. So it can stride, which if you need to know the rules, check those out. And it has the new keyword, Unite. So continuous from Vanguard, Unite. So this ability is active if you have called 2 or more cards to Rearguard or Guardian during this turn. And this unit gets plus 5,000. All of the Rearguards in your front row get plus 2,000.
Yeah, and because Gold Paladin are kind of unsure of what you'll get because you always get it from the top of the deck, that extra power to your Rearguards can actually help a lot, just to be able to actually hit the Vanguard.
Because you might be calling some weaker units, so having that little power buff is quite useful. And the foiling on that's quite nice. He's got like almost like a firework effects going on behind him. So you get one of the nice shiny hollows in there. And then you also get a normal version as well. And then we're on to the deck itself. So here we have the grade 3, which is Sunrise Ray Knight Gurguit.
Yeah.
So this is your box cover guy. This is your boss, if you will, for the deck. So he's a grade 3, 11,000 power. He has 2 abilities, Auto from Vanguard, Generation Break 2, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. At the beginning of the guard step of the battle, the unit was attacked. You can pay the cost to look at 4 cards from the top of the deck and then put up to 1 card from amongst them onto the Guardian Circle as rest and shuffle your deck. That's interesting. Then we have Auto Vanguard, Counterblast 1 during your turn when your G unit strides. You may pay that cost to look at 4 cards from the top of the deck, search up to 1, call it to Rearguard, shuffle the deck and give it plus 2k until end of turn.
Now this is actually a reprint of a triple R from one of the previous sets. I think it was GBTO4.
Oh, okay.
So not that long ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, the first effect is really useful, especially if you're using the old Perfect Guards that don't need to be called from hand.
Yeah.
Because you can Perfect Guard from the top of the deck instead.
Oh, that's quite cool. So it's also really interesting to have a boss in a start deck that's quite defensive.
Yeah, I think Gold Paladin need it to sort of break away from Royal Paladin a bit as well.
Yeah, to be a bit more of a defensive style. So you get a nice hollow in there, and then you get 1 normal version as well. Onto the grade 3 in the deck, Divinity Lancer Dragon. So 11,000 power, and he has Auto, Vanguard or Rearguard, and he has Unite. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gets plus 3,000 until end of that battle. So just a nice standard buff for doing what the deck does.
Yeah.
And so we get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those in total in there. And then the other grade 3, we have Blade Cross Lion. So 2 abilities, auto from Vanguard, Generation Break 1. And that means when he attacks a Vanguard, he gets plus 6,000 until end of battle, which would make him 16k. And auto, counterblast 2, when it's placed on Vanguard, pay the cost to look at 4 cards from the top of the deck, search for one amongst them, call it to rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order.
It's a bit of a heavy cost.
It's a heavy cost to do what Gold Paladins do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is calling from the top of the deck.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd probably, if I had to modify it, I'd probably have 4 of these and then 4 of Gurgwit, because you just, I don't know, this is a nice rearguard support, at least.
Yeah, that's true. So you get 2 of those in there, so not too difficult to replace it with 2 of those, is it?
Yeah.
Then we have Knight of the Dawnlight Jago. Sure.
Yeah.
So he's a grade 2, 10,000 power, and he's a vanilla. He has no abilities. He's just a 10,000 power big hitter. Nice and simple.
Reprint, but with alternate art, like Gurgwit.
Ah, so it is different art on this one as well.
Yeah, all the reprints in this set have different art.
Oh, that's quite cool. And you get 4 of those in there. Then we have Holy Mage Elia. Yeah. Anyone who's watched my videos before will know I'm terrible at pronouncing names, so I'm just conferring with James that I've not horribly butchered anyone's name.
I'm not sure what nationality it's supposed to be.
Okay, so it's a grade 2, 9,000 power. Auto from rearguard, counterpass 1 and put this unit into your soul. That's your cost. So when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can pay that cost to look at 3 cards from the top of the deck, search for one amongst them, put it into your rearguard, and put the rest on the bottom of the deck.
This is another reason why the Stride is good, because if you were to call a grade 2, that's normal 9k, you could buff it up to 11k with the Stride.
Which is enough to hit most grade 3s.
Yeah.
So that's quite cool. So you get 2 of those. Then we get Knight of New Sun Catalyst. I'll go with that. So grade 2, continuous from rearguard, Generation Break 1, Unite. This unit gets plus 3,000. So the more calling you do, it's, well, as long as you're calling, it's getting powerful.
So yeah, but it's not like your usual 12k attacker, because it can also use that to defend.
Yes, true, yeah. That's pretty cool. So we get 2 of those in there. Then we have Night of Evening Glow Kapoor? Oh, I'm so sorry to anyone out there listening. So, it's a grade 2, 8,000 power, auto, Generation Break 1. When this unit intercepts, it gets plus 10,000 power until end of battle. Sorry, plus 10,000 shield, shield until end of battle. It's default response, it's always power. So it's just a good interceptor, put it on your front row and jump in the way of big attacks.
Yeah, call it with this guy and prepare for a defense next turn.
Yep, seems pretty good. So you get 2 of those in there. So we're on to the grade 1 lineup now. So this is the Knight of Morning Shadow Chimicus. Yep, so grade 1, 8,000 power, and it's another vanilla. Just a simple 8. Grade 1, 8k beat stick. And we get 4 of those in there. Then we have Knight of Red Day Runo. Grade 1, 7,000 power, and auto from rearguard, Generation Break 1. When this unit boosts a unit with Unite, the boosted unit gets plus 2,000 until the end of that battle.
So with this guy, you can get a 21 column.
Oof, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, which would normally require like a 15k shield.
So yeah, that's pretty good. So you get 2 of those in there. Then we have Dawning Knight Gorbaduck. I'm going to say duck.
No, I think it's correct.
Grade 1, 7,000 power, has 2 abilities. Auto, choose a grade 3 from your hand and reveal it when this unit is placed on rearguard. If you do, search your deck for a grade 3 with Gurgwit in its name, reveal it to your opponent, put it to your hand, shuffle the deck, choose a card from your hand and discard it. And continuous from hand, when you're paying the cost for stride, this counts as grade plus 2. So it counts as a grade 3 for striding purposes. So yeah, just...
You don't usually get those in like trial decks, which is what kind of makes a start deck special.
Okay.
But yeah, it's always handy to have 4 of those, even in non-Gurgwit decks, just because you can stride quicker. Or more easily.
Because it counts as your +2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get 4 of those in there. Then we have Holy Mage Candance. Said Candance. Candace. Candance. So it's a grade 1, 6,000 power. Sentinel, so you can only have up to 4 in the deck. And it's a choose a card from your hand and discard it when it's placed on the Guardian Circle to choose one of your units being attacked, and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle, aka perfect card.
Yeah, so they made a new version of the old version, so you don't need to call it from hand for Gurgwit's ability.
Okay, cool. That's pretty nice. And you get 2 of those in there. Then we have Crisco. So, grade 1, 6,000 power, and auto when this unit is placed on rearguard, choose one of your other units and it gets plus 2,000 power. But you seem unimpressed.
Well, I don't know.
Hey, it's just giving you a boost for doing what Gold Paladins do, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's only 6,000 power as well. If he was 7,000, a bit better,
but he is only 6. But it is also only a start deck.
Yeah.
You get 3 of those in there.
And he looks cool at least.
I do, I like the artwork on him. So, Knight of Early Dawn Coel is our first grade 0 in the lineup. 5,000 power, he's Forerunner. And he has auto from rearguard, Generation Break 1, Unite. Put this unit into your soul as a cost. Look at 3 cards from top of the deck, search for 1 card, call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck, and the unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. So this is your starting Vanguard for the deck.
Pretty nice style considering you don't have to counterblast for it.
No real cost involved. It is Generation Break 1, but...
Yeah.
But no real cost involved in that ability. So you get 1 of those because it's a full runner, so it's what you start with. Then we're on to the trigger lineup. So grade 0, Rustless Knight, a speed attack. So it's just a vanilla critical trigger. And you get 2 of those in there. Then we have Discerning Appraiser Donnelly. So 5k grade 0 draw trigger. Again, vanilla, no abilities. You get 4 of those. We have a stun trigger, Imperative Owl. So grade 0, 5k, and vanilla again, and you get 4 of those. And then we have Curable Angel. So grade 0, 5,000 power, and it's your heal trigger. And then we have here Flame of Victory. So this is your other 2 critical triggers to complete your cycle of 4 of each trigger. So 4,000 power. And it has act from rearguard, put this unit into your soul as a cost to choose up to one of your Gold Paladins and give it plus 3k until end of turn. Yeah.
Not bad. It fuels the soul, I guess.
Yeah, and at least if it gets like called onto the field somehow, at least you're getting something out of it as well.
Yeah.
So that one's not too bad. And you get 2 of those in there. Ooh. Then we have a Gold Paladin card. This is almost reminiscent of flags from Buddy Fight.
You could always use it as a proxy if you don't have enough Gurgwin.
Yeah, true. This is totally Gurgwin. It's also good for like putting in the front of the deck boxes Bushiroad give you because they have the windows.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you put that in the front of that and you know which deck it is. And then it just says Gold Paladin United Sanctuary on the back. And then we have at the back, we have the Golden Dragon Scourge Point Dragon. So this is another stride in the deck. And it's auto from Vanguard. When it's placed on rearguard from your deck, that unit and this unit get plus 5,000 until end of turn.
It's such a good card. It was originally from Fighter's Collection. But when I first saw it, I was like, this isn't too great. And then I realized it was that unit and this unit.
Yeah, so they both get the... So basically, when you do what Gold Paladins do, which is call something from the top of the deck, that unit that you call is getting plus 5k, and he's getting plus 5k.
Yeah, it was originally I read it as he gets plus 5k. I was like, well, he's a stride.
This is
a perfect guard anyway.
Yeah, so it's the perfect guarding or not guarding anyway,
Yeah.
aren't they? But no, it buffs both of them, so that's really cool. But you only get 1, sadly.
Yeah.
Sad times. So there we go. So that's all the individual cards from the deck. So what do you feel of it overall?
I'm really glad that Gurgwit's the main boss, even if it's just a reprint, because I feel like he's brought a lot to the Gold Paladins. He's made them a bit different, because originally it was just cool top of deck, cool top deck, cool top deck, and this one's more of a defensive unit, like you said.
It's given Gold Paladin a little bit more of an identity away from just being another Royal Paladin.
Yeah, a more random Royal Paladin. But I wish there were more defensive cards in this deck apart from Gurgwit.
I suppose it's a nice way to expand from here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you said, you'd switch those 2 grade 3s immediately for more Gurgwits.
Yeah.
So, what about the trigger lineup? because this is called a rainbow trigger, by the way, because you've got one of each type, but I'm always against rainbow trigger lineups because I don't like them. Would you go crit or stand heavy? It's almost always the case as you switch to 8 crit or 8 stand.
Yeah,
usually.
you don't need too many draws either. I'd say crit for Gold Paladins, because if they buffed up their rear guards more, then I'd say stand, but they don't really do that.
And crit's quite easy to do if you to have, say, pick up 2 of these G-start techs, because you could take out the 4 stands and just put the other 2 of these in here.
Yeah.
There we go, perfect. So yeah, overall we quite like this new G-Start deck. It's an interesting approach Bushy Road's taking, having these, and if they're going to continue doing the trial decks or not. So, which they might do. They're different enough though, and this is definitely a solid start if you're getting into the Gold Paladins. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So there we go. So we like it overall, don't we?
Yep.
Cool, excellent. So there we go. That is everything from the Knight of the Sun start deck. So every card you've seen here today can be bought and sold as individual cards on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. Remember to like and subscribe, check out our other videos. I hope you've enjoyed watching. That's bye from me, Simon.
Bye from me, James.
I'll see you next time. Bye.